Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. So I'm going to give it just a minute here and check my laptop. Bill is not with me today. This was just one of my impromptus. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you. So as you come in, say hello. Let me know where you're from. And well, there's Jackie from Pittsburgh already. I've got a cute, well, actually it's pretty. It's a very pretty card with a touch of Pammy in this. So come on in, say hello, let me know where you're from. And there's Chris and Kristen and Marsha. Woohoo! Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. As you're here, leave a comment, especially if you like what you see. Like, share, subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. That would be awesome. And we'll get going. Okay, there's Laura, there's Mary, and France. So happy Monday. That's right, France. Happy Monday. I do want to remind you guys that any products that you buy, we're on the last 3 days of celebration. If you make an order over $50, you're going to get celebration rewards. If you make it over $80, using my current host code, you're going to get a free stamp pack from me, and you'll also earn 2 Piccadilly Perks rewards. Now this $80 is before tax and shipping. So let's get moving here. I have some things I'm probably going to come to you tomorrow. It'll be an impromptu thing because I have no time. So I'll give my little 15-minute impromptu going live. But I don't want you guys to worry, because if you're working and unable to attend, don't worry. That's fine. You can watch the video. I have something just little. It's not a card, but it's just a little treat thing that I wanted to share with everyone. So that'll be sometime tomorrow afternoon, I'm thinking. I don't know, late morning, early afternoon. But I want to do it because celebration ends in 3 days. And so, yeah, I had to place another $50 order because there was something I wanted to get, because they added more products and I needed some things. So if you don't know what celebration is, anything that you buy from my online store, if it totals up to $50 at the minimum, there's a $100 level too. You can get something out of this fabulous catalog. Now this is all listed online. You don't need this catalog, because if I were to mail it out today, it wouldn't be there in time. But there's beautiful paper. There is an embossing folder. There is stamp sets. In fact, I'm going to be using this embossing folder today from the Softly Sophisticated. And so I wanted to share this card with you. But the bundle that I'm going to use is actually from this catalog. So I want to open this up. I had a marker page in here so that I could open this up to show you. So if you don't have it, I highly suggest it. This is super, super cute. What really got me excited about it was the versatility of it. You can emboss with this image. You can, let me go back and just tell you what it is. It's the Enduring Beauty Bundle. Now I got the bundle. So you have the stamp set here, which has adorable fonts. You have the dies that cut it out, which I think is great. And it does have a, oh, what do I want to call this? To put the sentiment in. A die, a label, that's what I wanted to call it, a label die that you can put sentiments in. But it also has these decorative masks that are down here. So if you do the bundle, you save 10% on all 3 items. And it's really worth it. You're going to see here in just a moment. That's on page 38 and 39. Now back to what I was saying is you can emboss the image, which is what we're, or not emboss. You can emboss it here. You can stamp the image and use the masks to get these just absolutely gorgeous, perfect every time coloring on your flowers, especially if you're not really good at coloring. This might be a nice place to start, or you can use the negatives like they did here and just without the lining in it and put it down the side. So I think that's really versatile. You can also, if you like to get really artsy, emboss in maybe a gold or something and then do watercolors in the embossed areas. It's a great way to start with watercoloring. Okay, so let me put that aside. Now the catalog continues. It's just in 3 days the celebration ends, so you will be able to buy this set. So let's start with our stamp pack, and I've got a few things in here that I want to show you. Let's stick that to the side. And I'm using the die for the sentiment, so we'll do that. And we're going to be doing the image and cutting it out. I chose to go with the Berry Burst. Very, very pretty. It's a very vibrant color, and I do like it quite a bit. So this was my choice. In the catalog, you'll see that they used yellow, which is gorgeous. And I have seen so many people doing blues that are really, really pretty. So it just depends on what you like. So I just took a piece of cardstock, cut it in half, folded it in half. And then to show you the bundle, here's the bundle. So it's Enduring Beauty. Look at the font. I love it when they do like a little bit of script and then they do the typeset with it. So it's only these 3 images, and we're going to be using all 3 of these. And then I really truly love the Embrace the Beauty of You. I think we need some more of sending things like that to people. And then the dies, and I've got dies out that we're using already. And then it comes with the Enduring Beauty decorative mask, and that's what I can't wait to show you. I also have paired it with one of the perennial postage dies just for a little added element. And then this is the one celebration that I wanted to use. I just love this embossing folder. So I went ahead and I pre-embossed it and ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is the Softly Sophisticated. Now, if this is something that you're interested in, I will say this comes with a set. It comes with a stamp set, and the only way you can get it is with a $100 purchase. So you can definitely use any other embossing folder that you have or want to do this card. I just wanted to show you using this particular embossing folder. I think it's pretty. So on a side note, you guys, nobody look at my nails today. Promise me not to look. I painted them fresh today, and then I decided to do housework, and they weren't set. So, yeah, I wasn't going to repaint them. I had too much to do. I was in the mood, and I was going to town, and when I counted my steps today, I can't give you an accurate count because it's on my phone, but when I counted my steps today, I think I've already like hit 5,000 something. I don't know what. So my goal is to try to get in 6,000 every day. So we're going to start like this on our card base with just attaching that. I use the green glue if you're new and you're joining me now. Just because it helps me kind of move around to get it kind of an even border all the way around the edge. So I'm going to set this aside. And while we got this little piece out here, this is I love that it has the stitching in it, but this is the die that comes with the stamp set. And I am just going to go ahead and stamp that in Tuxedo Black. This is our Memento ink. I like it. It's my favorite for black ink. We used to have, I mean, Stays On is okay. It has a different purpose for everyday stamping, though. I'm a Memento girl. And I'm going to stand up since I pre-cut this. Normally what I did is I put, I stamped the image on a piece of basic white, and then I put the die over it and run it through. But since I'm doing this on camera, I pre-cut it to save a little bit of time. And that way I can just go. If you notice, I use a much larger block. I do that on purpose because then it allows me to see through to the image that I am stamping. Just a little tip. Okay, so we'll get that done. Actually, I'm going to need that again. So I'm going to set that aside and set that aside. Let's set it here. Then I went ahead and pre-cut just on a piece of vellum because I want this little decorative edge here. And this is with the perennial postage, and this is the smallest one that is in the, not oblong, rectangle instead of the square images. It's the smallest one, so we'll set that aside. And I also pre-cut a couple of the leaves. This I cut in Granny Apple Green. I cut the double, and then I cut the single, and we'll be using those too. So now let's ink up the big image. I have the jumbo block for this. You can do this several ways. I miss having the Stamparatus. There are stamping position machines out there. I am not going to mention them because we don't sell them, and I'm not going to promote somebody else. But we do have these large blocks. So, however, I do miss the Stamparatus quite a bit. So I want to make sure this is good and inky because I don't have the stamping position tool. And I'm going to grab this piece. And I'm going to do it on my silicone mat. It gives just a little bit of cushion to get a better image. And this is just a piece of scrap basic white. And I'm going to give that a good press so that that ink transfers on that image. Says, everyone having a good Monday? I love Mondays. Favorite day of the week. Bill went up to Iowa to go visit his parents and take his dad to the cancer center tomorrow. So it's me and Izzy. We're just alone doing the girls thing. I hope that transferred enough. It did. Voila. So there you go. And this block, if anyone needs to know because they want the big block, is, I believe, the F, but let me look. There it is. Yeah, it's the F block. Okay. So what's really, really stinking cool, let me go pull the mats off, is they have these mats that come with it. So this is like you are able to color without having a lot of coloring skill, and I love that. First of all, I'm a lazy stamper, I'll be honest. I like to blend to color small areas. I don't like to blend to actually use them what they're intended for. So it comes with 5 of these masks. You can see I have them used already, but that's okay because I'm going to do the same color. And they have a little number up at the top, and they have this little cut. So this is number 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, and 5. I'm not going to use 5 today just because I don't need it since I went ahead and stamped this in, but 5 does the centers. So when you start off with them, I like to start like this. I'm going to be honest. I am a right-handed person, and so for me, this is a flow that works instead of trying to do something like this. This is what is natural to my hand. So I'm going to start like this, and you do not have to have artist tape. You can have, this is artist tape. You can have the green repositionable tape that you get for painter's tape, or you can have washi tape. Now, I would say this is good, except for it can rip your paper. So you're going to want to, you know, de-tack is what I call it. So we'll set this one aside, and I'll redo that here. So I'm kind of doing this to get some of the tackiness gone, and that's what I was doing on here. So I'm going to set this about here because this is what is, and I want to make sure that I'm on camera. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and make sure that I have the right side. So see, this one's down. The way I stamped it from the block, you can turn the block around, but it's okay. It's down. So I'm going to put this image right on over it. See how it separates out the flowers? And I'm going to use this piece just to hold it. And I love it on this glass mat for this reason. I used to use, for those of you who have watched me and talk about this, so if you don't have the glass mat, I had one of the clear plates from the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that I used to use. One that, when I say clear, because they're clear, but that I don't have. You see, I've got some images cut into this. Use one that that's brand new so that the ink doesn't get caught in there. But you can use that right on your workstation. So I chose to go with the Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, and Granny Apple Green. So let's start with the Bubble Bath. And I'll set this down. And I'm going to use my little Bubble Bath. And I don't need this. I don't know. So over in this side of the mat, if you do have it, is what I use to start off. Now this is a light color, so it's not going to show a whole lot. But this is where I use. I have my color off on there. And let me make sure I got that right. There we go. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to come in and just lay that color down. This is a light pink, which is very, very pretty. Who doesn't like Bubble Bath? I love Bubble Bath. Okay, now what I love about this is you can stop and see where you're at. Now that's not too bad. I think I want just a little right here. That's not too bad. Okay, save your tape. Okay, put this one aside. Let's grab out the next one. Now the next one looks like it's going for the leaves, so this little tab needs to be down for this to be in the right position. And let's line this up. No problem, because you're just following what was on there. So that's Bubble Bath. So let's go with Granny Apple Green. I'm going to get a different brush. I go in color families for the most part. I'm going to throw in. Now, Granny Apple Green is a vibrant color. Like, let me pull that scrap out here so you can definitely see. That can be pretty dark. It can almost even go towards our Old Olive. So I want to take off a bunch of that so that I just have a lighter version of Granny Apple Green. And then I'm going to go right on over here and color these in. This is quite relaxing, I will say. Okay, let's stop and take a look. So now we've got our color laid down, right? Let's take this off again. Let's put the Granny Apple Green up because I tend to put my finger through it. Let's line up for the next one. The next one is going to be the detail now. So I need that down here again. So this one lines up a little bit differently, and it doesn't do the whole flower. You're going to see some, here we go. I'm going to use my tape again to just tape that into place. Different. I've got a darker one, so I'd have lighter pinks and darker pink. Now, Berry Burst is quite a vibrant color, so show you again. It can get pretty dark. So what I want to do is just take some of that off, come in here, and I'm going to add that color in. kind of play with it on the board and it kind of mushes it around on the blending brushes. These are the small blending brushes. You can use the large. I like to concentrate that berry burst on here. So let's pick it up and take a look. Do you see the difference in that? Va-voom, right? That really made quite the difference. Okay, so let's put up our berry burst. Let's take this one again. Isn't this fun? This is like so fun. So again, I'm going to have that little notch facing down because that's how I stamped my image. And I'm just going to line this up. And again, this is not going to be like with the outside of the leaves. I do need to move this away though. I just saw a spot. Now you see how it opens up for the stems too here on this one? Okay, so I'm going to bring Granny Apple Green back in, and I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green brush, and I am going to do a little bit. Let me grab some color here. I'm going to do a little bit here, but I'm not going to like try to get it a lighter shade. I'm going to press a little bit harder on here. This is the stems. This is the highlights. So go ahead and, you know, do full force. This is great to work out any aggression you have, right? Let's take it out right here. Press that color in. I do tap off and come over here even though I'm going full color. And the reason why is because if you don't, you tend to get little buildup on the bristles, and it tends to get blotchy on your project. So let's get this right on here. One more time. Maybe another. You know, you determine the intensity and the darkness you want, and you can always stop and flip it up and see. Isn't it gorgeous? And this was just those four. Now the other one, you would do the same thing and it goes right over, and you just have to fill in. And so you could fill in a color if you didn't have it. But I like the black. I want the black. If you want to highlight around it, that would work. I would say be sure to be gentle taking it off of your paper so it doesn't rip your paper. So let me put the Granny Apple Green up and get this out of the way. So again, that's the Enduring Beauty Masks. And you get just, let me just hold this up because it is really good, right? That is a really pretty image. And I didn't have to be any kind of an artist to get that. It just happened. Now I am going to clean my area. And it wipes right up. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, bringing in my silicone mat. Let's line up my image here, and let's use a piece of washi tape or a Post-it note, whatever you have that's kind of a repositionable. I'm going to use washi tape on mine, and I think I got more here. So I wouldn't say that you need to have anything in specific if you've got, oh, look at that. Don't you hate that? Let's go this way. Here it is. If you've got anything like even a Post-it note, don't spend a lot of extra money to get painter's tape or artist tape or whatever. There's a bunch of them out there. Okay. So I'm going to have this kind of down in two areas, and I'm going to bring out the small Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. This is our mini. And I'm going to grab our plates. I'm hoping this works. I guess I should have tested this out. So you've got plate 1, 1 acrylic, which is plate 2, and I have them kind of offset. Well, let's see how this works on here. Oh, I'm please hoping. Will this go through, or do I have to use the big one? It'll go through, right? It's going to go through. Is it going to go through? Is it going to cut everything? Please tell me it will. I'm hoping it will. I probably should use the bigger one, but I like this one for demonstration, so we're going to give it a go. The reason why I have the silicone mat underneath is it helps. This doesn't have as wide of a base. Let's see if it cut. Oh, there's a little bit of a crease over on this side, but it did cut it. So it helps hold the Stampin' Cut emboss machine in place better for me. So let me put this up. And then I reuse my, so I got one area it didn't quite get. So it really needs to be on the big cut machine, but we're gonna go with this. Put the die aside. And as you can see, it kind of bent that, but it's all but this one little area. So I think it still served its purpose. I'm just gonna cut that down. That was easy. Now here's our beautiful image. That is so gorgeous. Little Winka Stella. Now, while we got stuff out, let's put this aside. We're not building just yet. Let me grab a envelope right here. And I'm going to take this great big image that I had stamped in black. And I'm going to clean this off. Because now what I want to do is I want to stamp it in Berry Burst. So I'm going to take the ink to the image because it's a large image. It's just easier to get this in your hand and then ink this up and get the ink kind of evenly distributed. Otherwise, if you're going the other way, you don't know how hard you're mashing with that great big thing. I don't want to ruin my ink pad. And let's look at this. I kind of like this side. Let me see. Oh, now I kind of like this side. I think I'm going to go this side. So I'm going to stand up, and on this glass plate that's just so easy to clean, I'm going to lay that down. Give that a nice press. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'll clean my image, and I'm going to go ahead and clean my plate, my glass plate. So now I'm going to have a matching envelope for my card. Then I have these pre-cut. I cut mine at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I want to go ahead, and since I'm going to use my mat, there are 2 images in the stamp set that are just little extras. They're little bitty buds of these flowers. So I'm going to pull out the Berry Burst because I'm not, have you guys noticed I'm not using DSP with this? So I'm going to pull out the Berry Burst, and I'm going to take these buds, and I'm going to ink here, and I'm going to turn it and ink it that way, and turn it and ink it that way, and turn it, and I'll go right off the paper if I have to. So that's the Berry Burst down the side. And then I'll grab the Bubble Bath for the other image to color it in. So now I got to figure out, let's see, this is going to be the up. So it's easy for me to turn the cardstock, I think, almost better. Ink it up. Oops, got to turn that. like that. And then we can put this all together. And since I didn't use DSP on this, this is just a way to decorate on the inside. And you could do whatever you wanted to. You could actually take this big image and just put a little bit down on there too. It doesn't matter. This was just what I decided. Okay. So let's go ahead while we've got that and just glue that onto the inside of our card. When I first got this set, and Friday, okay, so you guys know that on Wednesday, of course, I'll be doing something, probably something tomorrow, very quick and short, but it'll be just a little impromptu Facebook Live. I had an idea from, actually, Kristen Tatum. I don't know if she's on here or not, but from Kristen Tatum, and I'm going to go with it. Okay, so here's the front of our card. I couldn't wait to show you guys this, and having to wait a week to show you this, crazy, right? It was hard for me. Okay, so let's bring in our big image. Now, right away, when you look at it, it's one thing, but when you pop it against that berry burst, the whole thing just comes to life. And I've done this a couple ways. I've done it a little like this. I've done it a little like that. I've done it this side. Each one is a little bit different, but on this one, I think I'm going to go about like this because I want these flowers, especially right here, to show. So we're going to go ahead. Now, I like to do something like this, and I want to pop it up. When it's this pretty, let's pull out some dimensionals, right? And we're going to need a few because I don't like stuff to sag. And I'm going to add some extras on this anyway, so I can make sure that when it goes through the mail, it doesn't go down. But I notice I kind of stayed on the inside, and I've got these outside edges because I have those leaves that I want to add to this. So let me see, how do I want to do it? I'll do it. I think I'll do like over here to the right side. Okay. So here's all these fun things that I have. This little piece of vellum, which it's hard to see on here. So when I'm going to attach this vellum, I'm definitely going to use my Stampin' seal. And I'm going to attach it with I press too hard, and then this is what I get. Right here, I think that attaching ribbon and stuff like this, I don't want this whole thing showing. I just wanted that little edge showing. So I'm going to have this go just like that. So I have that little detail there. Can you guys see that? I don't know if it'd be better here. Okay, so I have just that little detail. And then I have some, what is this? This is the black and white gingham. Ooh, I'm getting close to being out, but I have a little piece here. I'm going to go ahead and use, do I want a glue dot? Maybe what I'll do is, let's see where I want this. I want this to show definitely. Let's go down just a little bit. Maybe what I'll do is use, I love this for attaching a little bit of ribbon. So we'll just go like that. Maybe I want that a little loopier, so that the loop shows a little bit more. So we'll do it that way instead. And again, that was the black and white gingham ribbon. Then I will take some more dimensionals. So it's going to be up on this side. This is raised. So I really need one right in this corner, in this upper corner. So we'll do that, and you can set that right on that silicone mat. It isn't going to do anything. And then I do have a need for this because I'll put a glue dot on that side of here. Let's see, I want more of that showing. There we go. Something like that. Each one of these comes out so uniquely different. Then these little elements that I had cut out, what I like is Stampin' Up! Gives you, there's 4 of them, so 2 of these and 2 of these, so I just run through a whole bunch at once. And I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool because I can get better with this. So let's do I want maybe in here? Yeah, let's do a little in here. And I do like these kind of fluffed up. So it gives a little movement to this. And where do I like this? Maybe I'll bring some color up there. There, I got a little bit of color up there. And then, of course, we got to have some bling with it, right? And my thoughts right away went straight again. These are still some of my favorites. I'm burning through them like crazy lately. And I was going to use maybe some of the new ones that'll be coming out, but I really think this lighter pink is going to pull out that bubble bath. So I decided to do that. And we can just do, let's do like maybe one here and one here of, maybe I'll go up here. And then I'll do one of the smaller ones because there's 2 different sizes there. And so I was taught to do odd numbers. So this is different than my norm because normally I really like the sentiment down in the lower, look at all that. Inky fingers in the lower right hand side, but I do think that this came out absolutely gorgeous. Oh, wait. We need a little Wink of Stella, don't we? Now, when you use Wink of Stella on stamped images like this, or I guess we blended them, it will move the ink, so you'll get streakers in it, so be very careful with it. So I'm just going to use it kind of sparingly, maybe on the light petals here. We'll just go in here on the light petals, or the light parts of the petals, because I guess they're all one petal. But I'm going to do it with the light first, and then if I wanted to, I can go back and do the dark. But I don't want to mix back and forth with it because then it will smear it. And I really like that this was designed this way. Now, an FYI, Celebration is only 3 days away, which gives you extra freebies. So if this is something you want, why wouldn't you want to get it? Now I'm going to go back and do a little bit more here in the darker. While you can get some extra freebies. They added a new stamp set, and that was the one thing that I didn't have, so I decided I'm going to go and get it, and that's what I did. I placed a little order for Celebration. So now you have the beautiful card. Can you see that, Wink of Stella? I don't know if that shows or not. A little decoration on the inside and a little matching envelope. It's absolutely adorable. And you get 10% off if you buy the bundle. So let me throw that. Let me show you where to find that again. That was in here. What did I say? 38? Yes. So it's down at the bottom. So if you put each thing in, you're not getting that discount. You have to put this number in. It's a different number, which gives you 10% on all three, the stamp set and the masks that you can get with it for the coloring and the die set. So page 38 of the catalog, otherwise look in the new mini catalog, or the name of it is Enduring Beauty. Now again, I appreciate so much that you guys let me come in, especially doing an extra one and being so loyal and come and watch, and I really do appreciate that. Like, comment, share, I appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to earn a stamp pack, it's 4 cards and envelopes, all the pre-cut cardstock and DSP. All you need is any stamp set that you want to for the sentiments, and you can make these cards. It's an $80 purchase, only if you use my host code, and that is before tax and shipping. And I'll ship that out to you free, just as a gift for me. Plus you get 2 perks rewards from me for being a loyal customer, and you get a free celebration item. So I hope that inspired you. I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday of this week. So take care, everyone. Watch for my announcements of when I'll be going live. Bye-bye.